Hi, Sacred Souls. Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition, and trigger warning. Okay? Whew. This is a message as to what is blocking you, either because you are single or you're in a relationship. But I'm picking more up a person who is not in a committed relationship right now and is experiencing like some kind of drama, difficulty in their love life. Okay, so where does this stem from? And please do not take this message if this doesn't resonate at all. We're also going to get like a healing message, what you need to heal in order to move forward from this. But the clear theme is that you always believed that love is the answer. You always thought that by finding the love of your life, that all your problems would vanish with it, that any fears, insecurities would just go away and you would become probably this very confident person. But because you were so dependent on and this is not criticism, this is an explanation as to who this message is for, and you will feel it in your core. And yes, it might be triggering you and it might actually hurt to hear this, but we have to feel the pain in order to release it and to actually heal that wound, because that wound is festering. And as long as it's festering and it gets infected, you cannot let go and move and grow into that actual amazing human being, that absolute individualistic, beautiful, magnificent soul that you are. Okay? This is no blame game. This is not, oh, you are wrong. No. This is a deep core wound. This is an attachment wound. This is an abandonment wound that I'm feeling here. And this is really tough. Because if you've been shown time and time again in your life that you could not trust that people would stick around, that you were always perceived as not being enough, this is where this stems from. And this is not necessarily your fault. No, it's not your fault at all. But what your responsibility is what you make out of it. Are you feeding into the pattern or are you going to break it? And believe me, it's gonna hurt like hell to break it. But I know you can do it because I believe in you, because you're part of my channel if you are receiving this message. And even if you're only for today part of my collective, thank you for being here. If you vibe, please hit like and subscribe, okay? But only do as you feel guided to. Because you always believed that love is the answer, you constantly lost yourself. Whether it was in a crush situation, whether it was in a full-blown, lived-out relationship that you had, maybe even in friendships. Scrap that. Not only maybe. It's very likely that you also lost yourself when it came to friendships. Family, friends, love. Over the whole spectrum, okay? Any kind of interpersonal relationship. You tended to be the overgiver because you were fed back the input. If I don't give, I'm not receiving anything. And whenever you receive just a little bit, like a little crumb, you would take it because you were starved, because you did not grow up in a safe environment. You were not. I can guarantee you, whoever this has resonated with, you did not grow up in a safe space. This also might not be your energy. Maybe I should have said that before. This might also be a person that you're connected to on a soul level. And this might be a confirmation for you why this person might have also acted the way that they did. Okay? So, this is why, as you lost yourself, you kind of sacrifice your own authenticity. You sacrificed boundaries, you sacrificed your energy. But it's also telling you it's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. And that's also what makes you unique and special. You have your own strengths and to live them out. You're not defined by how strong your partner is. You're defined by how strong of a partner you can be. Okay? And for this, you have to be strong for yourself as well. And because of this, you are tolerating less than you deserve. You are tolerating abusive behavior as like breadcrumbing. People who might have excluded you from certain activities that made you feel less than. Okay? Because you do deserve someone, you deserve people in your life that treat you well, whether it's in friendships, in your family dynamics, or in love. You deserve to be treated well. No one deserves to be treated crappy. No one does. Is everyone capable of treating someone nicely? Nope. Because of their wounding. And I'm not excusing their behavior. No, I'm not. But this is coming in where you need to draw boundaries. And if you don't draw those boundaries, takers will always take, as long as givers are giving. And I'm picking up on someone who is an overgiver here, okay? You might have even, because you never experienced that safety net, you even might have also settled into friends with benefits situation, because at least you felt close to that person, okay? It gave you a false sense of security, but it was never a full commitment. You were comfortable for those people or for that person. Maybe it was just one person. Because they did not have to take the responsibility that actually comes with a commitment. And I'm not saying that they didn't have feelings for you and that they didn't care about you at all. But sometimes we also feel comfortable with people where we probably recognize on a soul level that they're also wounded. But if they're also wounded, hurt people, and that's true. Okay? And sometimes they don't do it intentionally, but sometimes they just can't do it in any other way. And sometimes those people are also being sent in our lives as friends, family, or lovers to teach us a level. Oh, interesting. To teach us a level. Yeah, to make us level up. But to teach us a lesson. And yes, it's painful and it's absolutely excruciating sometimes. And it really feels undeserved. But sometimes if you keep on repeating a certain pattern, you need to be broken out of it. And sometimes you indeed have to be broken to be reassembled. Because in the way you were coping with things before was not doing you any justice or any favor. Sometimes you have to break the mold, okay? And another thing is that you too easily got attached. You were too easily ready to give it all. Well, the other person did not have to. It wasn't you take a step, the other person takes a step. You take a little step, they take a little step, and you kind of meet in the middle. It was more like you take a step, and they take one step. And then you're like, oh, there's still a distance. Let's come on, let's go together. But you cannot move someone here if they're not ready to take those steps there. They might have been ready after a little time, but if you've been impatient, you were rushing a progress that just needed more development and expansion. It is possible. Anything's possible, to be fair. I'm not saying this to like keep you stuck in like kind of a cycle of waiting and hoping and whatever. No, but I'm just trying to picture what is happening or what has been happening. Okay? Yeah. I did see too busy. I wouldn't be surprised if this person that you were dealing with might have also come up even in friendships. Oh, yeah, I'm too busy. Yeah, let's meet up like next week. Or, oh, I have this huge project coming up. I don't know. Like, I need breathing room. I need time for myself. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, it might be the truth. That's fine. But you're never too busy for someone who you truly care about. Yeah. Um, and maybe this was a person that you were dealing with that might also use the excuse not to date because they were busy. Okay. I'm not sure what is the case. Is there anything else that is blocking? Soulmate only. Oh. Oh, that's wild. Okay, that's a whole completely different read. I'm gonna keep this to the side as well because I think that is a I just had a conversation with my friend, like a really close friend of mine. I've known her now since high school days, and we just talked about this. And she is at a choice point where she has a sacred soul connection. I'm convinced of it. But that sacred soul connection, that counterpart, is definitely not ready yet. And she has a desire to have like an harmonious relationship. And she has also someone else who is a very harmonious soulmate. And we literally just talked about it, how that she is going to reach that point eventually, and she's going to make that right decision, whatever that decision is. And that it's very likely that she might end up going with that harmonious soulmate, even though she might have a very much deeper sacred bond with someone else, but who's not ready to embrace her. Okay. Not as of right now. I'm not saying it could change, could easily. I'm not condemning it or anything. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. And that's true. We have many soulmates. And I truly do believe that if there's a sacred soul connection and one of them, or maybe both of them, cannot fulfill their karmic contracts in order to become that healed of a version that they need to be in order for this to create the growth in the physical, then I do believe that you will be presented with a choice. You can still choose to go that then harder path of a sacred soul connection, but it's going to be your free will, it's your choice. Or you can also choose a harmonious soulmate. And I have another friend of mine. I know that she definitely met her twin flame. And she is beyond blessed. And I think she is truly living her best life with a higher level soulmate. And she chose it. She chose it because she chose what is best for her. And then she was aligned by the universe with that correct partner for her. And then she had that choice, and she made that choice, and she chose a higher level soulmate over her twin flame. And I don't think she has any regrets. I honestly don't think so. And she's so absolutely happy. And this is possible, and I know this can be so triggering, because even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if someone would have said that to me, I would have gone ballistic. But no, because the universe is wanting your highest good. Or if you believe in God or in Allah, whoever you believe in, that higher power wants the best for you. And they want your best and greatest potential growth. And they're going to align you with whoever is going to create that growth for you. but then you will still have free will. And some will choose to stay on the twin flame journey, on the sacred soul connection, and that's completely fine. But also knowingly that it's not going to be like maybe rainshine and like rainshine, rainbows and butterflies all the time. And others will choose to align with a harmonious soulmate and are going to have a very peaceful and very calm love. But not everyone is going to choose that, and that's completely fine. Okay? So with this, and also I'm really drawn to the 2 attached card. I'm going to put this here. I'm definitely going to probably get a reading on this. I'm going to channel into it. This is funny. Eye candy. I always say eye candy. It's that was always a huge thing. Like even like at parties, especially when I was younger. And for me, it was always so beneficial if there was an eye candy, so you could just look at this person. It wasn't even about talking to them. It was just like embracing it and just have like this I don't know, this positive, I don't like those endorphins that are being like spread through your system. Yeah. Anyway, kind of like dopamine. Anyway, yeah, but it says beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. Yeah. No matter what connection you have with someone, believe me, the universe is going to align you with someone who has the same value, holds the same value. You're not going to be losing out. And to me, before, I used to believe that if I cannot be with my twin flame, and if there's not going to be 3D union, then I'll never be happy in this life. No. Because first of all, it's not the job of your twin flame to make you happy. Nope. And second of all, you always have to become, like, you have to get into union, inner union within yourself first. Because before you can actually even dream of outer union. Okay? And not all twin flames that are even reincarnated at the same time, because not all the twin flames are reincarnated at the same time, are meant to come into physical union. Some are also meant to only spend a short span of time together. Others, yes, are lucky, I guess, who share like maybe a life. But that also depends on where are you in your growth, right? Where are you in your evolution, I should say. And what is written in your soul contract. Could be that your next lifetime is going to be that one with the twin flame union in the 3D. It could have also been that it was last lifetime, and this lifetime you are going to be fine having that twin flame experience, and then having this higher level soulmate love. That is also going to fulfill you as much as that twin flame union. Okay? In a different way, but whatever. Be careful not to be bound. Yeah, look, boundaries. Yeah, body shame might be a thingy, but here, no way. Oh, wait. Oh, you've got to be kidding. No flippin' way. This is exactly everything that I was talking about, okay? So you might have felt like emotionally burnout, which is also blocking you, right? And you're being asked to retreat and recover, to really find yourself once again. And this you can only do by drawing boundaries, yeah? So that you cannot be abused and violated, right? But because you tend to stay stuck in the past, and you were always holding on to like a past ideal, that kept you staying stuck, right? In order also, especially if someone didn't treat you well, why would you want that person back? You want them back in a transformed version, not in the old version. Do not get enthusiasm. That's easy. No. Because whatever broke you apart in the first place, if that hasn't been healed and grown out of, it's going to break you apart the second time around, the third time, fifth time around, whatever, how many times you want to try it. Okay. Also, this too attached, like this clinginess, is because of that fear, everyone is going to leave. Yeah? Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. Let them, give them the room. If they choose to leave, they would have always left. There's nothing in this earth that you could do to keep someone from staying, to keep someone from cheating, if they make that choice to do that, okay? And stop making excuses for people's behavior who are clearly unworthy of your love, and stop projecting it onto yourself. I know this is a tough cookie to swallow. It's not you who is unworthy, but their behavior has been unworthy of your love. Why? But because you didn't put boundaries, because you kept stuck on some kind of loop, and you accepted also unworthy behavior. Because you deserve an amazing relationship, take steps to heal doubts about yourself. There's nothing to doubt about yourself. You're amazing as you are. You deserve that special kind of love. Stop making excuses. You have so many reasons that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work. Flip that script in your mind. Flip that script. Okay? Yeah. Because in order to experience true intimacy, you have to be open. And for this, you have to be vulnerable. Ask yourself, have you been maybe tolerating less than you deserve? Because that was your safe space in a weird, twisted way? Because you're familiar with it? Maybe it's time to break the norm. Maybe it's time to look for something that is harmonious. And do not get scared away only because it's harmonious. That harmonious doesn't mean boring. Harmonious doesn't mean that there is not a huge attraction. But harmonious means that it calms your nervous system. And that's what you deserve. Yeah. Maybe you tended also to walk away when things seem difficult for you in whatever shape or form. What are the healing oracle cards that want to come out here? Burdens. Yeah. And this is also stuck in the past, right? Let go of what is burdening you. What is burning you out. Yeah. Past baggage. Yeah. Also let go of like impulsiveness that you have. Making too much of a rash decision because you're being triggered or wounded, like in some kind of way. Yeah, find balance, okay? Find balance. Come out of victimhood mentality, because I saw that. Yeah, let go of the fear. Fear of not being enough. Wow, I flipped a card to the floor. Fear of being abandoned, because you are amazing. And get ready also to take a risk without risking your peace, okay? And letting go of illusions. And to trust. Trust also your own judgment, okay? And let go of the fear of being criticized and judged by others. Do not be fooled by projections. You deserve so much more, okay? You really do. And I love this reading so much because I feel like I'm getting my mojo back. I really feel connected again. And honestly, I didn't feel very connected to my messages anymore. Because it was very draining for me. I actually didn't want to, yeah, I didn't want to, yeah, I wanted to be more in my own energy, if I'm completely honest. And betrayal, do not betray yourself. Do not betray yourself out of the love that you deserve, okay? You're worth so much more. I'm sending you absolutely the very best. If you vibe, please hit like and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.